You guys, I'm excited to have you guys here today. So I am finally showing you how I curl my hair. I've had several of you ask over the past several months if I would share how I curl my hair. This is something that I'm not very comfortable doing. I'm not a fashion blogger, so I just want to let you know that right away. I do not know how to do hair. I've figured out how to curl my own hair. I usually curl my hair every probably 3 to 4 days, and the reason I curl it is because then I can wear it. I don't have to wash my hair for the next 2 or 3 days, and I can just wake up, run a brush through my hair, and there's still some curl left, and I can go 3 or 4 days without washing my hair or doing my hair again. Every once in a while I'll throw a curl in a place or two if it's gotten really flat in an area, but I like to do that because then I don't have to do my hair all the time, and because I don't know about you, but I hate doing my hair, and I hate blow drying my hair. So if any of you have long, thicker hair, you'll know what I mean by blow drying your hair. I have to work up courage to blow dry my hair because it can take so long sometimes. So I'm also going to share some of my favorite hair products, and then at the end, I'll have a page where I have all my hair products that I like to use, and I'll link back to that so you guys can reference those if you're interested. So the other thing, before I blow dry my hair, I like to put this root booster in it from Lange, and it's my favorite product. What I do is I just hold up my hair when it's wet, and I just spray this in here in a couple different spots, just right at my roots, not a ton, and then I just mix it in like this so it just gets in the roots of my hair, and that will help give you lift here. And then I do the same thing over here. My hair is really heavy on this side because my part goes this way, and so I'll put a couple spots up in here with this like that, and then I'll just rub it in, okay? So then I will put on this Soothing Balm, which is also from Lange. I love this. I love the smell of it, and I love how it makes my hair feel soft and smooth. So just a tiny, tiny little bit, little pea-sized in your in the palm of your hand. Rub your hands together, and then I just put it on the lower sections of my hair. And then one last thing I put on before blow drying my hair is I will put on like a heat shield. And this one here from Bumble is, I don't know if you can see that, but this is one of my favorites to use. This is a little primer invisible oil that I can spray on. I don't spray it by the roots of my hair because it's naturally pretty greasy up there, so I just spray it near the ends of my hair. I use this one, and as you can see, I'm almost out of that one as well. Or I like to use this other one from Lange, which I need to order some of this. So this is the heat shield. Okay, I will link to all of those after. So then after I've done that, I'll blow dry my hair. I like to blow dry it at the roots so that it gives me lift, especially in the back here and at the crown of my hair, okay? And I don't blow dry it with a round brush because I'm just not talented enough for that. People make it look so easy, but I can't do it. I can't do it on myself. I can do it on my girls, but I cannot do it on myself. So I just blow dry with this paddle brush, which is also from Lange that I love. Then I have a spot right here that gets really curly, and so I'll blow dry it with this paddle brush and hold it here so that it goes smoother. But that's the only part that I really blow dry with a brush, okay? So once I've blow dried, I comb it out so it's all smooth and flat. And then I grab one of these clips, which I love, by the way, these alligator clips, I think that's what they're called. And then I just part my hair here, just take my fingers and just do a really rough part. And then I take that and I twist it so that it just sits up on top of my head. I just want it out of the way. And that one, that doesn't look very pretty, but okay. So usually it's not that crazy, but it's weird doing this in front of people. So then I'll smooth that hair. And then I take just this Conair I don't even know, it's an Infinity 2 by Conair. I've used this for years and I love it. And I always go back to it, excuse me, because the clamp is so easy to use. I know some people have trouble with using a regular curling iron because the clamp messes them up, but I haven't ever had a problem with that. I also will, I'll explain later. Today I'm gonna do it one way, which gives me the big soft waves. And sometimes I like to do it with just the wand, and I'll show you the wand that I use. So this is the way that I usually do it when I'm in a hurry because you can do it super fast, okay? So I just smooth this out, grab a chunk of hair, go here, and then I just kind of pull it out and smooth it. I keep the curling iron straight up and down, and then I'm just pushing on the clamp just a little bit as I pull that hair through. Okay, so I'm just going to grab little sections. There's no really rhyme or reason to, it's hard to do this and watch it in the, so, and I never, see how the end of this hair is poking out here? I never run that through the curling iron. I don't want it to curl at the end. I just want it to have a natural end. I don't know if that makes sense. And then I just let those hang and dry or cool down. And I'll do that around the entire bottom of my hair. And I always curl away from my face. When I do the top layer, there'll be a couple that I'll do the other way just so they don't fall into ringlets. But I always curl away from my face. And then I just kind of, it's gonna be tricky to do. So do you guys, I have a question for you guys. Do you guys curl your hair? How often do you curl your hair? Do you have any favorite curling products that you use or hair products that you use? I've got a few people joining us. Okay, so I've done, I don't know if you can see that, but I've done kind of all the way around that side of my hair. And then what I'll do is I'll just check back here because it's hard for me to curl the back. Just pull all this hair forward and then I'll just check back here to see if I've missed, and I've usually missed a piece back there. So I'll just curl it right like this. Okay. I'll go do the other side. The reason I do it in 2 layers is because I have so much hair that it's hard to get all of the hair curled when I don't separate it out and put some on top of my head. Now, if I'm in a super big hurry, I won't separate the sections of my hair. I'll just curl it all together and it won't have as much curl in it because I'll just do it as quickly as possible. Okay, so that is the first one. Then I take these out. I got that tangled in my hair, of course. Okay, and I'll smooth that out with my fingers. And then this part, this bang part, I'll show you my bangs. I've been growing them out. They were shorter and they went kind of in a swoop, but they're pretty long now. So they go down to about here. So that I curl a little bit differently because I like it to curl away from my face and have kind of a swoop right here at my eye. So what I'll do is I will take my curling iron and I'll come at it this direction and I'll turn it right where I want that swoop to be, and then I'll just hold it like that. Okay, so I'll let that dry and then I'll just do the same thing around here on the top. haven't I? Let's see. Okay, you guys have any questions so far about this? It's snowing like crazy outside today. So I was gonna go for a run this morning, but I opted not to. So unfortunately, that means I have to run on the treadmill tonight or go to the gym and walk around the hamster track. So I opted to wait and see what the weather's like tonight. And I don't know about you, but ever since I had babies, my hair used to be stick straight. But then when I had babies, something happened to my hair and the underneath layer gets super curly. So if I just let it naturally dry, it will get super curly. And so you can kind of see it there. It's so weird what your hair does. Okay, see how I'm leaving the end out here? About that much. And my hair has some layers in it. So you'll get a varying degree that'll be left out. Ah, can't see that. Okay. So how many of you use a regular curling iron when you curl your hair? I see a spot right here that I missed. So you can see this piece here. Missed that, so I'm gonna grab that. And I suddenly cannot see people on here. That's weird. So that's pretty curled around that side. Then I'll go and do this side. I like to start right in the back just to make sure I get it so I don't have a big hole of uncurled hair on the back of my head. You guys know what I'm talking about? So it really doesn't take me too long to curl my hair. Do the whole thing. Looks like we have Michelle and some of those, Jordan? Can't tell what your names are with your Instagram handles. Thanks you guys for showing up. Feel free to ask any questions if you have any. Okay, this last little piece on the frame of my face, I'll curl it like this and then I'll go back and check to see if I like how it curls around my the frame of my face. Okay. So I usually need a lot more volume right here on this side because I don't have as much hair over there. So I'll go back and make sure I get some pieces curled to increase the height. Now what I do after I've gotten to this point, I've got all my hair curled. There's a spot under here I missed. Okay, so I'll put down my curling iron. So what I do is I just kind of finger comb it. Just see how it's kind of falling. I don't know if you guys can see that. If you want really loose waves, then I would take my brush and I would brush through it at this point. But I usually don't do that right on the first day because then my hair, the curl will last 2 or 3 days long, 2 or 3 days if I don't get rid of all of that curl at first. Okay, so I want a little more volume here. If I'm in a hurry, then I'll go at this point. But if I've got a little bit more time, then what I'll do is I'll take my same curling iron, but I will use it like a wand. And I will just hold it like this, and I will wrap my hair around the barrel, and then I hold up the end piece like this. And I will just do that in a couple of different spots. Okay, and that's gonna make for pretty poofy hair. That one's curled, so then I'll just find a piece in there that needs to, and I'm actually curling this by looking in the phone, so it's kind of a little harder than normal. And I want one more here, and then I'm gonna call it good. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Goes pretty quickly, and I love that it lasts me for 2 or 3 days. Like I mentioned earlier, when I sleep, I don't sleep with my hair in anything, but I will pull my hair up behind my head. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'll pull it all up like this, and then I'll sleep on my pillow with my hair over it like this, so it doesn't get squished. I know that sounds kind of vain, but I love that because then when I wake up, my hair isn't squished and I can just run a brush through it and it's done. So this is where I would finish. I'd run my fingers through it. I usually don't use a ton of hairspray. I usually have a little bit of a styling cream product that I use at this point, but I could not find it for the life of me this morning. I think one of my girls has it somewhere, so I will link to that and I'll show you what that is. But I would usually just take a little bit and put it on my fingers, and then I would just put it right here in the bottom of my hair, just to kind of hold that curl a little bit. And then my favorite all-time product is this I don't know, marula oils hydrating mist. I love this stuff, but you only need just a tiny bit. This bottle has lasted me forever, and it's only about halfway gone. So I just take this and I just spritz it a couple times right here at the end and the bottom. That's it. And it just gives a little bit of shine to your hair. And then I just kind of work it in, and that's it. Sometimes I have a problem with this bang in my hair, and I'll have to go back and fix it, but that doesn't look. And that's it. That's how I curl my hair. I usually do that 2 to 3 times a week, depending on if I'm really active and I'm exercising a ton and my hair gets super sweaty, then I'll wash it. But I usually try to only wash my hair twice a week. I shower every day, just so, in case you're wondering. I do shower my body every day, but I only like to wash my hair twice a week at most, if possible. Sometimes in the summer, that's not always possible because we're more active and my hair just gets sweatier. So feel free to ask me any questions if you have any questions about product. Oh, I wanted to show you one more thing. This is, this is the wand that I will use if I'm just using a wand. It gives a really different curl look to your hair. It's more that even kind of, I don't know, I'll see if I can find a picture and share it with you to show you how your hair works. But you do this one, and this is in my drawer. You do this one the same way I was doing it, by holding it down and wrapping your hair around. I can't get it to come out further. Anyway, but this is my favorite. I will link to this as well. So this is by Lange as well. So feel free to ask me any questions if you have any questions. That's it. Thanks for joining us today. Oh, I will try and get this shared to Instagram highlights. I know that there's a way to do that. Now I'll try and figure it out. So if any of you have any helpful tips for me, that would be great. Thanks for joining.